Hey, this is Mike with Riding in the Ozarks, where we talk about riding, rallies, gear, and wrenching. Today, we're going to talk about the latest news with Harley Davidson. Harley just announced their Q2 financial report, and it's ugly. Wall Street expected a small profit, and then what they received in turn was a loss of 35 cents per share, which I read is like $92 million. That's a big-ass deal. Now, and that's a $1.70 difference from the $1.45 profit they reported this time last year. So, the company's got some financial issues, and we all know the pandemic shut down production and, had a big, huge impact on businesses all over the country. So, they're in the same boat everybody else is, but they were already struggling with some things. If you don't follow the news on Harley Davidson, the CEO was let go, stepped down, whatever, earlier this year. They've got a new CEO in place, and he's been working on a plan to rebuild the company. Well, that plan is the Hardwire, which is his plan, strategic plan for the next 5 years to rewire Harley Davidson. So they announced some more things about this plan during the call. Their old plan with the previous CEO was more roads to Harley, and they were going to announce, 100 new bike models over the next 10 years, and they were going to get into India and some, international markets that they had traditionally not been able to compete in, and they were going to, that was his plan to save the company and make it stronger. Well, the new CEO's plan's different. So his plan to get this company back on track includes eliminating 700 jobs worldwide, 30% fewer new motorcycles will be introduced over the next 5 or 10 years, whatever that works out to be. They were a little vague on over what time frame. The old plan called for over 10 years, and this is a 5-year plan. So, but the company's going to concentrate on their core markets, North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific, where they've performed well in the past, and that's what they're going to stick to and what they're going to focus on for the next 5 years. They're going to do some other things like focus more on parts and accessories and merchandise and, value-added products to reduce discounting. I'm not sure how they're going to, try and shove any more $35 t-shirts up your ass, but that sounds like the plan. The biggest thing they announced that I think is kind of maybe a mistake is they're going to do their new product releases in Q1, the first quarter of the year, instead of releasing new products being motorcycles in August like they've traditionally done. And, I think that's a mistake. I mean, in these core markets, if you're releasing new models in January, February, March, those are your slowest months for sales. You're not going to change that because that's based on the weather. I mean, sure, in Florida it might not matter, or Texas, or New Mexico, parts of California, or things like that. But here in the Midwest or in Minnesota, you're not running out and dropping $30,000 on a new bike that you can't ride for another 3 months. That's not going to happen. I think ideally the beginning of Q2 would have been better, in a more global sense. We're talking about North America, we're including Canada and stuff like that. So, Q2 would still be early for some markets, but it would be much better than Q1 unless you're going to announce bikes in Q1 and not make them available till Q2, which, there's not a lot of details on that, so we'll see how that turns out. But, yeah, I'm not excited about that part. I think that may be a mistake, but that doesn't mean they couldn't adjust those dates. And maybe they'll announce the bike in Q1 and not have them on the showroom floors for people to look at or buy until Q2. I do think it's a good thing that Harley's trying to focus on their core markets and pay attention to the people that have got them to where they are today and not, turn their back on them and going and focusing on electric bicycles and, emerging markets in other countries. At least right now, especially with the whole economic situation that the whole world's going through. They did announce that they still intend to deliver the Pan America in 2021, which is their first adventure touring motorcycle. I do personally think that is a growing market, and that they do need to get a foot in that door and see if they can, compete and survive in that market. I don't expect them to do great right off the beginning, but I do think that that market may be here to stay, and for the foreseeable future, they need to try and see if they can play in that field. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think Harley Davidson can do to keep the company, surviving and growing. And, maybe one of you guys have got the secret sauce out there that can make this thing, turn around and stay. I'm not the CEO. I don't claim to know all the stuff that they know. I don't think killing the Dynas was a great idea. I'm still kind of sore and bitter about that, but I started out on a Dyna, so, again, what do I know? Let me know what you know. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you do that YouTube thing, check out the content on my channel. And if you dig it, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. You can ring that bell to be notified the next time I drop a new video. And as always, thank you for your support. Stay safe and keep on riding.